Well, thank you, Chairman Cruz, for holding this hearing today. As we approach the 50th anniversary of Apollo 11, it is timely to look back at our country's accomplishments in space. It's also important for us to look ahead at new strategies and technologies that will maintain United States leadership in space, grow our economy, and strengthen our country's security. Thank you, Dr. Dittmer, Mr. Hickman, Mr. Kranz, Mr. Stallmer, and Dr. Darden for joining us today. In 1961, when President Kennedy announced his ambitious goal for our country to send Americans to the moon, we did not anticipate the lasting impacts that mission would have on our nation. At the time, we didn't have the capabilities or know what was needed for mission success. Apollo 11 showed us what our country and NASA are capable of, demonstrated to the world that the United States is the leader in space, and charted the space exploration path we continue on today. The most impressive part is that we developed technologies and prepared for the mission on U.S. soil, and my home state of Arizona played a critical role. The data collected from the Lowell Observatory in Flagstaff, Arizona, was used to make maps of the moon's surface before the mission. The Apollo astronauts also spent time in northern Arizona preparing for the mission. They hiked the Grand Canyon to learn about geology and visited Meteor Crater to get an up-close look at what they would encounter on the moon. During a test of the first-generation spacesuits at Sunset Crater, also in Arizona, NASA learned that the suits were not thick enough to withstand damage from rocks, forcing a redesign. The most significant training was done at Cinder Lake, just outside of Flagstaff. Scientists at the U.S. Geological Survey developed a 500-square-foot lunar environment, including 47 craters, to test wheeled rovers, hand tools, and scientific instruments. These efforts show what we can do as a country when faced with a challenge and the success achieving our goal brings. National and political support, robust funding, and innovation made President Kennedy's goal a reality on July 20th, 1969. As we enter the next phase of space exploration and return to the moon, we need to continue to utilize American expertise and ingenuity. And we need to work closely with our research universities, like the University of Arizona and Arizona State University, that provide leadership and do important work in these areas. And I'm looking forward to holding a hearing on university partnerships this year in this subcommittee. The United States has made significant technological advances since 1969, and we have a better idea of what is needed to explore space, but we still face many challenges. Our workforce is aging, and we have not sent humans to space on a NASA spacecraft in 8 years. We must evaluate the best use of taxpayer dollars to achieve our goals and maintain our leadership in space. Thank you again to all of our witnesses, and I very much look forward to your testimony today. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I yield back.